Happy astrological new year, everyone. Today's the 20th day of 31 days of techniques, tips, tools for letting go. And today we're going to talk about getting out of the box and taking off the labels, letting go of the labels that aren't helpful to your mind anymore. Why do we label ourselves anyway? Why do we label ourselves? We label other people. Why do we label anything? Well, we started at the beginning of time for communication. We wanted to understand ourselves, understand what's around us. This is a box, this is a shirt, this is a cat, a dog, a girl, a boy, he, she, and it goes on and on and on. Our brains love to organize. We want to put people into groups, just like we put plants into groups and trees into groups and animals and insects. We group things so that we can understand them better. That's fine, makes sense. The problem is when it's not helpful. Part of the being able to communicate and knowing who everybody is and where they are is also that piece of belonging. Who is my tribe? Who am I safe with? Who will protect me? We start to separate into groups, us and them, those people, these people, left, right, religious, not religious. Then it starts to distance us. So we have our group and we can connect, but then it distances us from other people. We're living in a time now where we are a global community with the internet. We're no longer us and them. We're all together. And so the more we separate and label and stuff everybody in a box, the harder it is on our psyche. We have our normal labels, descriptive words, right? The height and the color and all of those things. And then we move into personality labels. We have disorder labels. We've got you're an angry person, you're a weak person, you're a loving person, you're a sociopath, a narcissist, OCD, a perfectionist, bipolar, autistic, gaslighter. The list goes on and on and on. If I had $1 for every person that came to me and said, oh my gosh, I know what my problem is now. I was on TikTok and the specialist said blank, and here we go. That's my problem. This is who I am. And that's where I have a problem. Because when you start to identify with a label, I was diagnosed way back in the dark ages. I was diagnosed as manic depressive. And over time, like we start to realize, ooh, that doesn't feel good. Manic depressive. And then guess what? It gives me permission to be depressed more often. And so they flowered up and now it's called bipolar. But guess what? I am not bipolar. I'm self-regulated. Do I get sad? Absolutely. Do I have sad days or even weeks? Absolutely. Often it's because of hormones. But now I know and I have the awareness. So we begin to collect labels and we wear them. Sometimes we wear them as shame. Sometimes we're proud of them. Oh, I'm so OCD. Everything has to be just right. I'm such a perfectionist, or whatever it is. When it's not helpful, it's not helpful. Today, consider letting go of labels altogether. Because what's underneath the label? That's what we really want to take a look at. Go with me in your mind on a journey for a moment. Even close your eyes if it feels comfortable for you, as long as you're not driving. And I want to ask a few questions. Like when I ask, who are you? What comes to mind? Do you think about your sex, your nationality, your religion? Do you think about your age? Let's say you're 48, like me. Now, going backwards in time, 20 years, what about that 20-year-old you used to be? Is that still you? It's not the same body. In fact, it's a completely different body. We regenerate our cells and we have a completely different body about every year. So, what about that person you were a decade ago or 20 years ago? You don't even have the same thoughts anymore, most of them. We learn things that are different. What about that baby that you used to be? Is that who you are? We identify with our job, our status in society. We identify with what we do as a mother or a lover or a friend, a daughter. But I'd like you to pull that back a little bit and peek inside. What else is there? If you lost your job, who would you be? If you lost your significant other, who would you be? If you got in an accident and you no longer looked like yourself, who would you be? Drawing all of that back, what's inside and underneath, that's who you are. And so identifying with labels that are painful, they're painful for a reason. Remember that reticular activating system. If it's not true, you bounce it out. If it's a lie that you let through because it's a lie in your unconscious mind, it doesn't feel good because it's not congruent with who you actually are. And that's what we want to discover. So, guess what? I have a meditation for you if you want to see who you really are inside. And I don't tell you because everybody's different. But I take you on a path. It's called the stage, and I'm going to post it right at the end of this video or in the comments. It gives you a glimpse into the person you are inside once you pull back all of the layers, all of the labels. What is the raw core being inside of yourself? That's who you get to meet. I hope you take the time to listen to the meditation and let me know what you think. Start this astrological new year by getting really super clear on who you actually are. And the rest of it that doesn't help you become and show up in life as your true nature, we just let it go.